best attacking team in the league, considered probably one of the best 3 teams in USL's League One. I would probably throw us in there somewhere in the mix, but second time playing them, like how did that game feel? From how are you feeling about the competitive standpoint of where the club's at, facing Greenville for the second time?
I reflect on the game. I think everybody came off at halftime really frustrated. We were just not ourselves in that first half. We were building through them quite well from our defensive half into the attacking half. But once we got to the attacking half, it just wasn't clean. Things weren't coming off as good as we normally are. So there was frustration at halftime for sure, but the second half was much better from that side of things. You've mentioned it yourself about them being, I've got a list longer than my arm where they top the charts in #1 in attacking statistics. So, of course, on the defensive side, to come off with a clean sheet against a team like that, against the players that they've got and how dangerous they can be, it's extremely positive. But, reflecting on today, we come away with a point. But the attacking side of it was much better in the second half than the first, for sure.
Specifically, Lion McKinnon, I had a note coming into this game. He's the player that terrified me. He terrifies the whole league. And he had an extremely quiet game. And even when they brought on Zion Scarlett and Leo Castro, you still shut up shop. You didn't have any problems, you didn't concede, and they didn't really have any really super big chances. So I imagine you're pretty happy with the defensive effort tonight. And Carlos in the back line.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got Leo Castro, you've got McKinnon, you've got Vasquez, you've got Anguiano, you've got firepower all across that team.
Me right now, Leigh.
All across that team, and from the first game we played them, similar. We had a very good performance, but the difference in that game was the 18-yard boxes. But again, you have to shut that team down with those players, with the attacking statistics they've got is no shortcoming. So the guys deserve a lot of credit for it.
Did the team talk about the couple pen shouts and Marcelo's very clear goal?
No, we didn't talk about it yet, but I've heard about the goal. I haven't seen it yet, but was it over?
It was over.
Was it?
I was talking to Marcelo. I was like, do you think Jamie will admit that he was in the goal when that hit his foot?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Coach, can you talk a little bit about Carlos and just how much of a wall he was today?
Yeah, he came up big in big moments. Penalties is penalties. It's flip a coin and hopefully it lands on your side, So him, the back line, our midfield too. Listen, clean sheets don't come from the keeper, they come from the team. The guys in the front line too. It's a team effort to force them into the areas where we want them. And everybody did a really good job of that tonight. Even in the moments where we got a little bit disorganised in our shape, we did a fantastic job still in shutting them down, and good defensive performance.
You remain spoiled for choices with this double pivot. Jack came on, played great. Andre and Colin were very effective in the first half together. Talk a little bit about specifically central midfield play, which is becoming kind of the hallmark of this club right now.
It's the heart of the team. If you don't have that, then the team doesn't beat. It's a team for a reason. You've got strikers for their roles, centre-backs for their roles, keepers for their roles, but you need central midfielders who are quality on the ball. You need central midfielders who are good in duels. You need central midfielders who can problem solve because they've got the game 360 around them. You need central midfielders who run and work and fight, and we've got them in a team in every single central midfielder that we've got. So no matter how hard the game is, the consistency that they've showed in the midfield has been excellent, and anytime any of them has been called upon, they've stepped up in every moment. So the centre mids have been top class.
Speaking of which, Azriel Gonzalez, I believe a Seattle Sounders Youth Academy national champion with Ray Serrano, made his debut tonight. Ariel came in and played the 10 a little bit. Any comments on Azriel as a signing for the club?
Yeah, I think when he came on, the subs all made a massive impact on the game tonight. And when Azriel came on, you could see the quality that he's got and why we brought him in. So we're very happy to have him. We've got to get him training with the team a little bit more to understand his role within the team. But when he came on the attacking side of the ball, you could see the quality. So it's something to build on for sure.
2 straight games without a goal. I know you said, last week, you weren't upset because you had those opportunities. What did you think about the opportunities tonight?
Second half was better. First half was not. And we spoke about that at half time. And we've got an honest group in there. They know it. Nobody really hides away from the truth here. And that's why we've got the guys we've got in the locker room. So they put the challenge to themselves to go out in the second half and be better in that area. And I think the second half spoke for itself.
Cup games are always a different animal. After 3 games, you guys are still atop the your group. Have to be happy to still have that. You've gotten points from every game. Just kind of what are your thoughts on still being atop this group?
Yeah, there's still some games to play, of course, but you've got to be in it to win it. So getting results out of each game is important. We've got obviously very difficult games, difficult teams to play within our group and out of our group. So it's important to get points out of everything. Of course, the penalties would have been nice to get the extra points at the end there, but again, penalties is tough. So it's good. It's good we're in the race for it, and we've just got to keep using each game, whether it's cup, whether it's league, to keep improving ourselves. And if we keep going the way we're going right now, I think this team will get the rewards by the end of the season.